We are here for the Journal Creators University launch party. I'm going to be giving you the tour and doing lots of stuff for you. Yusuf's going to be watching the chat with you guys. And also he will be giving out the prizes and keeping track of questions. But before we get started, any thoughts that you wanted to share with everybody, Yusuf?
I'm very excited for this relaunch of Journal Creators University that will give people an additional 30-day challenge for the ones that took the course before and for the ones that are joining us. And the 30 days challenge will help you in mastering this course. So Alice will get into details about it later.
All right. So here's what you can expect. We're going to give you a full tour, which is going to include showing you the stuff that is new for 2025. And we also will go through some tips for the training, tips for you going through the 30-day challenge, and for also engaging in the community. We'll have lots of time for all your questions. We got lots to show you and to help you make the right decision for yourself. So welcome, everybody. More people here now. We got William and Sue and Jay and Teresa and Call to Success and Lisa's here and Carol and Marie. So really happy that a lot of familiar faces are here, people who are already part of Journal Creators University last year. Some have arrived more recently. Some are joining today. Some are thinking about it. So really glad you're here. If you have been a part of Journal Creators University and you want to share any comments about your experience, we'd love to have that. You can put that into the chat. So that other people can see it and see what your experience was like. Because I think that if you guys will agree, if you are here for the original round last April, so it's not quite a year since we did it, that the energy of everybody working together and excited to do their stuff, doing the 30-day challenge together was really motivating. And so we want to get you guys excited about that now, because the more excited you are and the more you connect with other people doing the same thing, it really helps you keep moving forward. We're going to start off with the tour. I'm excited to be bringing Journal Creators University back with brand new live training, another 30-day challenge with 4 weekly check-in and accountability sessions. Here's a quick overview of what you can expect. Learn at your own pace with your self-study Journal Creators University training. These bite-sized lessons walk you through creating your journals, selling them, and taking your journal business to the next level. You also have access to a library of live session recordings and the intensive fine art of self-promotion training that could turn you into a journal marketing superstar in no time. We also have a new live training session called Create and Sell Your Journal in the next 30 days or less. We'll make sure you have exactly what you need to reach that goal, avoid mistakes, and learn how to produce more and think less. We'll teach you easy strategies for creating gorgeous journals with big impact, help you create your product pages, and answer all your questions. We'll make sure that you have everything you need to make your JCU experience a success. Then the live training will springboard you into the 30-day challenge so you can complete it with success as well. This fully guided challenge includes all the training and guidance to not only create your journal, but to start selling it too. Plus, you're doing the challenge with other community members, so it'll be really motivating to stay on track, get your journal done and selling in 30 days. And also to help you stay on track, we will also get together for 4 weekly check-in and accountability sessions. These will be live sessions on Zoom. You'll be able to ask questions, get feedback, learn from other Journal Creators University students, and get tons of high-level strategies to take things to the next level. Of course, we make it so easy to get started. There's no need to create from scratch. We've got 33 ready-to-use Canva journal templates in a variety of popular niches. From life skills to hobbies, holidays, and more, there's something for everyone. Just add your prompts and pizzazz and you're ready to go. And to make it also easy to customize those journals with our huge writing prompts collection. So there are 33 collections to match the topics of the journal with 300 prompts each. Just pick your favorites and start publishing those journals. You're never alone at Journal Creators University. Our 24/7 community is there when you have questions, need feedback or encouragement. You can meet other journal creators and potential business partners. And when you're in here, I think your first place you should stop is the start here for best results. I'm going to open that in a new window. And it gives you an overview of what is in here. And you can also watch the video, which was our launch video from last year, which really gives you an good overview as well of what's there and tips and stuff like that. The only thing that you might want to pay attention to is the dates are different, right? Because our 30-day challenge starts March 1st. We'll replace this video once we do the live session with you guys this year as well. But it's still useful because the information is still helpful. So always, anytime you sign up for a program with us, always go to that start here for best results. It'll get you oriented. Then we also have our live session information here. That's another one you want to pay attention to, and your journal templates and PLR downloads and the 30-day challenge. So this top, and then the link to the community. So this top part will always keep you organized. The rest of it, which we'll talk about shortly, is training and stuff like that. So this is the admin area. So if you ever, oh my gosh, I don't know where to go for the recorded session, or I don't know where to go for the weekly live check-in, you will go right here. So let's take a peek at what we do have for the live sessions, because this is new for 2025. So obviously we're here for the launch party now. That was optional, and I'm glad to see a lot of students are here. Then on March 1st, which is next Saturday, we are going to get together with a complete training. It's new, and it's create and sell your journal in the next 30 days or less. So it's going to be a perfect complement to our 30-day challenge. And we'll also go through the challenge in more detail there. We'll also help you prevent creating mistakes in the creation. We always want it to be simple for you. You don't want to make things complicated, and we will show you the best way to make a great experience for your customers, but also make it easy on yourself, because that we are always talking about that. And if you've done any of our training before, that's always a focus of ours. Try not to complicate things. So we'll walk through everything. We'll talk about the technical side of things, and we talk about marketing, because that's important too, right? Anybody can make a journal. Literally, a journal could be a blank notebook, right? But in order to grow your audience and to start selling it, that is the super important part. So we'll go through that. And then, so this 30-day challenge will kick off the same day. It will run from March 1st to 30th. And then each Saturday, that's going to work out to 4 different Saturdays at the same time, same Zoom room. We're going to get together for a check-in. We'll answer your questions, giving you encouragement. There will be some tips shared too. It's not training. It's what it's really designed for is for you guys to bring what you need help with and where you might be stuck. It's also an opportunity that if you've been busy all week, come to that session and even just work while you're hanging out with us, right? Get caught up on your stuff. So let's go to this one. So then also we do give you 33, they're templates for your journals, and then a bunch of prompts collections to go with those. They're a variety kind of life skills type journals. I know we're going to take a peek at those in just a second. But this is where you can always download the stuff. So let's take a quick peek. I'm going to go over to the sign up page where we have the journal. So we can just quickly look at the topics, and then I'll show you how the content is organized for you. Lots of stuff, right? Here we go. So there's like gratitude, affirmations, dream journal, prayer journal, morning page journal of goals, food, worry, reading, summer, travel, spring, gardening, all kinds of things, as you see. It's a journal template where you can add your prompts, but then there's also a collection of 300 writing prompts with each one. So you can pick the ones that you think would be best for you. There's also some other page templates too. So if you want to do more of a worksheet style journal, there are some very simple templates for you there, as we like to keep it simple. If you want to make it fancy and add lots of design elements to it, they're easy to build on that way. So let's have a peek also over here. So once you have downloaded your stuff, your folder would look something like this. You have your PLR license here. There are the extra template that I was talking about. There, you'll see they're in JPEG format, so you can see them, but also there is the Canva template. Anytime you open this up, it is the template link. And I'm going to talk about that in 1 second when I go over here, because I actually wanted to start here. These are the niche journals. So each is in a zip folder for you. And when you open it up, inside you will have the journal in image format. You'll also have a 3D cover and in PDF format, and then the Canva template. So anytime you open this up, if you're not familiar, you go into Canva. So you just click it, and then it asks you if you want to use it for a new design, and then you click it. And if you're logged into Canva, it adds it to your account, and it's always in your account now, and it's your own copy that you can work with. So we also have the workbooks that will guide you through the training that you go through. There's a product creation workbook, which takes you through that first step, right? And we have a version of where you can print it out. And then this is the fillable version. So you can actually check things off and fill them in however you'd like. So it walks you through, and it's in line with the training as well. So it'll keep you organized. Or as you go through the 30-day challenge, this is also, these are good things to have on hand. The next workbook is the marketing and selling workbook, which is where you should spend most of your time during this challenge. Get that product ready. Journals are simple to make, so don't overthink that process. And obviously, you can also, unless you're ordering physical copies of your journal, which you probably won't be, even if you do a physical one, it's probably going to be print on demand. So then you can change it anytime. This one walks you through where you're going to sell it and things to consider when you're making those choices. So not just, oh, you can go here, you can sell on Etsy, you can sell on Gumroad. It actually walks you through what will be best for you, whether it's your skills, the amount of time you can put in, and it gives you those things to consider. And then the third workbook is about expanding your business, your journal business. So it takes you beyond the training, things about to maybe expand your product line and different things that you can do to just bring things to the next level, and gives you lots of good thought-provoking things to think about in order to make that happen for yourself. So let's go right back to the training again. So that was the first part where I showed you this is the admin area. You're ever lost, go here. Don't worry, if you can't find the 30-day challenge, you'll find it here. You would click through and it'll show you where it is. There's also a PDF version of the challenge if you want to download it to your computer so you can keep track without logging in every time, but so you can see what's coming ahead and plan your weeks accordingly. But here is the self-study training, and it's step by step, and it's fairly bite-sized lessons. None of these lessons are particularly long, so it's easy for you to work through one at a time. And it's divided. It's got this introduction that kind of gives you a fast kind of peek at creating journals and selling them. And then the next part is all about creating journals. You'll see some of our live sessions. Previous recordings are here as well that you can catch up on. And it'll walk you through that whole process of coming up with the idea for your journal, whether you want to do a digital print your journal at home or ship it, formats for your journal, how to get an ISBN for your journal, creating them, tools, cover design, and stuff like that. And then we will go into selling your journals. That's the next module, which helps you create your enticing product pages, optimizing your product pages for keywords and getting search engine traffic, how to bundle products for more income and customer satisfaction, and lots of great things for you here. And then we have putting it together sessions so that it wraps everything up for you. Make sure you're checked all the things off, and your workbooks are here if you need them too. And there you go. There's a to-do list for you. And then there's the journal prompts are here as well for you, but you also can download them for yourself. The other thing in the training I wanted to show you too was the bonus section. So there are a few tutorials. There are quite a few actually that are on our YouTube channel. It links you to those. So you have those handy for yourself. I think that's this lesson here. So you'll see there's a lot of different tutorials about selling, getting help with Canva, and different things that you might find useful throughout the training. The other one I really wanted to draw your attention to is the self-promotion training that you have a bonus to. So when you open this up, it'll actually take you to the training, which is a completely separate product, but something we've given you guys so that if you're ready, and also I would say, if you are a Journal Creators University student last year and you just went through the challenge and the main training, but you didn't do this one yet, this would be a great place to put a lot of time into, because it's going to help you take that promotional stuff to the next level. It teaches you about creating great content that helps sell your products, also enhance your copywriting and persuasive communication skills, walks you through product launches that maybe in a bit more detail as well, so you can wrap things up for this time around, repurposing your content, building relationships, all this important stuff that's going to help you build a long-lasting and growing business. And I got two more things to show you, and then we'll talk about tips for going through the training and get to your questions and all that stuff. But let's just also take a quick peek over here at the community. And also, so you know, and I think people forget too, the community and the 30-day challenge are actually they're in the same place. So let's go to the community first. And so you'll always have the link there if you can't find it. It's also usually on the sidebar of most of our training as well. So here you can post anytime. You need some help. If you have technical support or something about your account or something about not being able to download something, please use the more help up here and go to support, because Melody will give you a hand with that stuff, any issues with your account, because that's Melody's area of expertise and she can certainly help you with that. But if you're trying to figure out the topic of your journal or struggling with some marketing part of it or getting things set up, this is a great place to post. There is a general discussion circle so it usually asks you so I think it makes you select a circle now. Some of you might see most of these, but I probably have more. But when you go in, if you're new to us, you'll probably have general discussion and you'll have journal creators chat. I think that sometimes people don't realize there is the journal creators chat and we're not picky about it and we can't move posts around. But if you want to be a focused chat that's just for the journal creators, that's the one you want to post in. If you're just asking general marketing questions or other things, you can post it in the general one. So that's where we're at. And now let's just show you the challenges. So when you're in the community and you're like, where's the challenge? It's up here. Challenges, you can go there. If you're registered for more than one program, you might see it there. But our journal creators is here. So you'll be able to you can access them all now. This should say March 30th. I noticed Melody updated it for us, but for some reason it says March 29th. Don't worry about that. It'll be March 30th. And even then, we want you to get it done in 30 days. And if you do, you also qualify for a $50 Shop e-kits credit. So if you complete it by March 30th, if you don't complete it by then, I don't want you to lower your own standards, but you're not going to get cut off. You'll have time to catch up, because that is the most important thing, is that you get it done. And if you fall off, come back on. So when you do come in here, you will want to go to the read first one, because it explains how it works. And each day you will say you're joining. And then in order to complete it, you leave a comment. So on this one, because it's just instructions on how to get into the challenge and get started, you can just say excited to get started, whatever. You don't need to You don't need to provide any details here because this is an admin one. And I will mark my, whoa, did you see that? See, if you can come and get a confetti every day, it'll be motivating. And then each day, you will obviously do a little bit more here. It's up to you how much you want to post, but the more detail you provide, I think the more you're reviewing what you're doing, giving yourself the accountability because you're putting it out there, right? And saying that. So how much detail you want to add each day, but you'll do join and then you'll make your comment. And I really encourage you guys to go and obviously read through other people's stuff too, to give them encouragement at the act of doing that, being part of this community. That also encourages you. You'll be motivated by what other people are doing. But let's talk about what each daily thing has. So each day has a task for you to complete. And that's here to mark today's challenge as complete. Leave a comment below to let us know this. It'll always say that. And this part above here will always guide you. You know, if you're like looking at the training and you're like, that's too much. I don't have enough time for that. I just want to do the challenge. That works because we guide you to the appropriate lessons to complete that day's challenge. And many of the lessons are just bite-sized stuff. This is from the Fine Art of Self-Promotion training, this one in particular. So it'll be a longer piece of training. But when it links to the Journal Creators University lessons, those are fairly small, bite-sized lessons that you can get done fairly quickly. And it also guides you to the product, the workbook that would be relevant for you. So it's all laid out for you. However you do it, if you're very keen and you want to go and study on your own this next week before we start on March 1st, you'll be so super prepared. If you want to dig into that Fine Art of Self-Promotion training, you'll also be really prepared. But if you don't, you're short on time, you have a day job. Obviously, we understand that. We all have things that we need to take care of in our lives too. Then you can join the challenge and do it day by day. And it'll just walk you through everything. It probably doesn't touch on every single lesson in the challenge. So if you just are doing it by the challenge, you will not have completed each lesson, but you will have completed the lessons that are most important. Are you doing, Yusuf?
I'm doing great.
How is everybody else doing?
They seem excited and they're doing great. Asked a lot of questions. I didn't want to interrupt you, so I answered some of them.
I think someone is asking about learning Canva. And if you guys took the Conversions with Canva training that we have, you'll know that I think the best way to learn Canva is to just get in there, right? Grab a template. So if you're new and you're seeing all these journal templates, just pick one. And even if you end up deciding to do something else, that's okay. Just open it up and start playing with how it works. We also on our YouTube channel, we have a Canva playlist. So there's tons of videos in there. And most of them start with reminding you to look at the layers in a Canva design. And I can actually just do that right now real quickly while Yusuf is getting organized, what I would tell you to do. All right, so we're going to use this in a new design. Don't worry about how that looked in the preview. It was weird. But what you do is when you're learning Canva is you go click on any element. And the journals here are fairly simple. We do have also those different layout pages. These ones are basically just fill in the blank pages, but you can add whatever you'd like there. But to learn Canva, you go to position once you've clicked something and it shows you everything that's here, and everything you click, you can see where it is. And you're just like reverse engineering every time that you want to do something. You can select multiple items by going over with your mouse. And if you can't, if it selects things that you don't want, you can just go over here and select the ones you want. There are elements you can add over here. There are, when you search for something, I don't know, piece, it shows you graphics, photos, videos, and you can just go through. You can add those in. And you don't want to make it complicated. The more you practice, the more you're gonna be able to figure it out. But journals are a great place to start because they are such simple products. Don't overthink it. The important thing for a journal is the experience that your customer has. You're going to give them really good questions to think about, things that like help them discover stuff about themselves or motivate them to do something. That is where the real value in a journal comes. So Bible Lights asks, I'm a member of Planners Creators University. Is that different from the journal experience? Are there different products? Obviously, there is going to be overlap in topics, but it's not the same training. It's not the same. And we will always give you suggestions specifically for journals and for how to market them and how to sell them, how do you grow your audience of people who love journals? Because there's overlap in the kind of customer who might like them, but journaling is still quite a different thing than planning. I'm sure that lots of people who love journaling who hate planning. But I hope that helps. I would say you'd have a different experience because you'd also be seeing all the people making their own journals and connecting with those people as they're working through it as well. Okay, Mercedes. Yes, bought a lot of PLRs over the years. And you haven't used them all. That's okay too. Sometimes you have to look at PLR when you get a big collection of done for you content, just like the journals in the 33 journals. So that you're thinking of it as a big package that you get the things out of it that you want. So that's the same with these 33 journals that we're offering you. You don't have to use them all. I mean, if you're trying to fill up a whole shop, then maybe you might, but I think most people won't. You're going to pick the ones that you want or you might even look at some of the covers and they're for a different topic and you might want to adapt it for yours. So it might get used in a different way. The templates and done for you stuff is there for inspiration and to fill in the blanks where you need it. Maybe you need to make something to grow your list. So you dig in and grab something that you could give away for free. Or maybe you want to create a bonus. Then you'll dig in and grab something for that. So if I could give you some tips for going through the training, I did share some already as I was showing you guys around. There is that self-study part where you can go through the lessons and you can start that right away. Before you start your lesson, it gives you good advice on what to do. And you can also list, it should be an audio player that's over here. I'm going to take a peek. So it's showing you it's here on this right side, but in the end, it's probably going to end up over there. So you can listen to it. It is AI generated. I believe it's mine and Yusuf's voice. We created the course in written format, but we wanted to have an opportunity for people who would rather listen. So if you're cooking and you want to go ahead and listen, it's there for you. And so I also wanted to show you. So when you're done a lesson, when you get to the bottom, you can mark it complete. It'll look like this when you go in. You go mark as complete, and then it takes you to the next lesson. You can also navigate through here as well because this module ends. You can go to the next module and it'll show you all the lessons there as well. But if you want to keep track of what you've actually done there and you mark it complete, it'll have a little check mark for you. So you can go through and complete them as you need. You could pick and choose lessons. I think that it's worth going through the whole way because I don't think it would take a huge amount of time. I think it's probably about 30 pages of written content. So it's not a book, not as big as a book that you can go through one at a time. But again, if you are really limited on time, you have the option of that shortcut thing is to start with the 30-day challenge and just catch up on all the lessons as you go there. I would keep your workbooks handy while you're working through the challenge. I showed you guys those ones over here. When you're making your workbook, it's this one. So keep those handy. That's why I know people like to fill them out digitally, but even to have it beside you while you're studying if you print it out yourself, to me, everybody learns differently, but that's how I would do it because I could be working through something and I have this right there that I can write or maybe if you have a device, maybe you're going to do it on an iPad or something like that. Then you have your screen for the training and then you have something else, because that way you can do both at the same time. Also, when it comes to the live training, so that will take place on March 1st. And if you can't attend, obviously that's okay. It will be recorded. You will get notes, so you won't miss out. But if there's any way you can attend, I really encourage you to, because you'll get the best experience. You can ask questions right away. You will also be in this mindset of your motivation to really get started and get going. So definitely come if you can make it. And again, that bonus training I showed you guys. Also, if you have time, definitely go through this fine art of self-promotion intensive course, because it will really improve your skills when it comes to promoting yourself and promoting your products. And if you're a little shy about that too, this will empower you to be a much more confident self-promoter. And I think it's done in a very natural way too. I consider my products are a service to our community and our customers, and making sure that our audience knows about those is also a service, because you guys want to build your businesses. You want to create certain types of products. And if we have some training for that, I'm going to tell people about it so that you can take advantage of that. Obviously that helps Yusuf and I as business owners, but it also is for you guys. Like I say it all the time. And you always just imagine that you're talking to a friend when you're talking to somebody who, whether you're sending an email to your list or making an ad for your business. It's like talking to a friend. If your friend has a problem and you know of a product that's going to help them, you're going to tell them. So this fine art of self-promotion training really operates from that viewpoint. You're not trying to shove things down people's throat or be some easy used car salesman type person. You are connecting with people. You're helping them solve problems. And part of the way you help people solve problems is through your products and your services, if you happen to have some. So if you can carve out time, these lessons they're videos. And there are also, I believe there's transcripts here for all these. There's lots of templates in this training as well. Some more like marketing templates or getting yourself set up for whatever the lesson is. But let's just talk about going through this challenge. So as I said, you will be guided each day. It tells you what to do. You're starting the first 7 days are about getting your product ready and getting it ready to sell. Actually, really, first 4 days is the actual creation of your product. Then you're getting ready to prepare to sell it. You're creating your page on day 6, and you should be live by day 7. And I know that sounds scary to a lot of people and they want more time to do that. And that's okay. You can take more time, but again, the most important part is what takes place through day 7. It's the marketing, right? Because you can make the most wonderful journal and take your time doing it. But if it doesn't get in front of people's faces where they have the chance to buy it, then that's not going to be useful to you. So, of course, if you need more time, do it. But keeping on the schedule will really teach you how to keep moving, how to stop overthinking, going through it. I always have shared this story, and if you guys have heard it, you may have heard it, but I think it's good. Like when I was a little more nervous about public speaking and speaking on video or doing things like this, I would be a nervous wreck before. Not really anymore. I wanted to do something to improve my speaking skills, and I didn't want to join some public speaking thing where I was going to make speeches or something like that, like Toastmasters, which I hear is a fabulous program. But it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I signed up for a stand-up comedy class, and it was like 12 lessons, maybe, I think. And the goal was at the end, you would do a 5-minute stand-up set in a local comedy club. So you come every week for the lessons. The teacher would get you ready for that. And then you do this. And it was the whole group, but it was a whole night. There were other comedians who are more experienced to open up the show. And then you invite your friends and they come. And so in this course, I don't remember the numbers specifically anymore because that was a few years. But I would say there was probably like 10, 15 people in the class the first day. Then like a whole bunch of people just stopped coming after a few lessons. And then in the end, out of all those people, only 4 of us actually did the stand-up session. And I credit my being able to do that by just listening to the teacher. I did everything she told me to, even when I was like, oh, this is dumb. I don't want to do this. Why do I have to do this writing exercise or whatever? I just did it. And because I just did what she said and followed along, I was able to reach the end goal. So think of the 30-day challenge as something like that too. Maybe there are some things that are going to be like, why are we doing this? Or why are we spending so much time? Or why are we moving so fast? Just go through it because you're going to learn so much. Was my stand-up set perfect? No, I was a nervous wreck and yeah, whatever. And the jokes are very outdated now. They were funny at the time. But that was the beginning of being more comfortable speaking in front of people. I didn't do another class. It was never really my intention, but I could have, right? I could have built all my skills from there. But I improved the skill of speaking as opposed to comedy by doing that. So that's what you're doing here. You're learning to create a product, get it done fairly quickly, not overthink, and learn to start marketing it and growing your audience and going through that. Yeah, I was hilarious, Bar JD. You haven't seen it. It's on YouTube. I used to share it. I don't share it anymore because I feel like these jokes aren't even funny anymore. The world changes too much. It's not funny anymore. But it was a great experience. Yeah. Oh, okay. Diane said she did it too. For our final exam was held at the Comedy Club at Foxwood Casino. Yeah, we have a comedy club in New Westminster. If anyone here is familiar with this area. And we did it there. And the other thing the teacher told me to do, which I'm trying to think, I think it works here. So was invite everybody to that day, she said, because your friends are going to laugh. You're going to hear that laughter and it's going to amp you up. It's going to make you feel good. I'm introverted and I'm not super, super social, but I tapped into as many contacts as I could and had friends bring friends. And I had the biggest crowd there. That doesn't mean I was the best comedian. And I had the biggest crowd because I brought them. And it really did make a difference. I think I have 25 or 30 people in the audience. So here, we are not inviting your friends and family to watch you do this, but we have each other. So we have the ability to hype each other up. So I think that's why it's good for you guys to encourage other people and read their posts, leave comments for them. And then that's going to happen to you as well. And that's going to motivate you and really seeing what they're working on, because it's going to also help you maybe clarify some things that you want to do. Also, these people that you see them doing stuff, maybe it's in a similar market to you. These could be potential partners on a specific product, a project, podcast. You could interview them. You guys could do a webinar together. Lots of different things you guys could do. Roxanne says, the stand-up comedy routine would have been the longest 5 minutes of my life. Congratulations. It did seem like a lot. And Bar JD says, when I've had to speak, I pick one person in the audience and wink at them. Surprise. I couldn't even see because there are so many lights. Like you couldn't even see the people. Yeah. So helping parents. I love that the 30-day challenge is included in the Journal Creators University area. Yes. Yeah, we finally found it. And I wish There is so many features of this that I wish that we could do. We could it's not always perfect, the platform that you choose, but that's another reason not to overthink. So say you want to start selling your products and you're like, oh, I don't know which shopping cart to use. They're never going to be exactly what you want. So you just go ahead and you start selling. You put your products up. Also for this challenge, for the challenge too, if you are short on time or you feel like this is going to go way too fast for you, then don't worry about setting up a website. Don't even worry about you can put your stuff on Amazon. You can put your stuff on Etsy. You can still go through this process. So even if you ultimately do want to have your own website, which we would highly recommend, you don't have to do that for this challenge. Save that for after. Save it till you've made a product, you started promoting it, you've learned a lot through that process, and then you'll have the confidence to do that kind of stuff too. Okay, so create scout, great question. I'm a bit confused. Is the information only available for 30 days? And after 30 days, we no longer have access to the training? No, that's not true. No, it's not. First of all, this training, the main members area, when you go to my library and go to Journal Creators University, this is here all the time. This will never go away. This you have access to. And this is the last year also that we are going to give lifetime access to updates. So you will always have access to this no matter what. You have lifetime access to this members area. What's going to probably change is that for new customers who sign up after this year, they are likely they won't get access to the updates. Right now, if you join this year or you joined last year, you will always get invited to the challenge the next time. You will get all the new live training, or if there's something else we update, then you got that. So this is always here. When you go to the challenge, this will also always be here. It says March 30th because that is the goal. That's how you get the prize. That's how you get the feel goods for, yes, I did it in 30 days, and you can do it in 30 days. But it'll be here. The other thing that you can do is, I'm going to close this one because I think we're done with that, is if you go in the actual training. So this is in the community. This is the 30-day challenge. It's in the community. The training over here is anytime you can go to the 30-day challenge here. It will give you a link to where that I was just at, but also there is at the bottom a PDF version of the challenge. So you can keep it with you. You can print it out and keep it with you in your planner or wherever. Or if you have a day job, then put this in your purse or your bag, whatever you bring to work, and keep it there, because when you have time, you can look it over and you can start planning. Bring yourself a notebook to school, or maybe you can do stuff in your break. Of course, not during work hours. I would never suggest, but you could keep it with you and have it with you at all times. So you're not missing out on anything. Call to success. Are the templates in the challenge the same as the templates in the printable journals product? No, they are different. They're different journals. The ones in the Journal Creators, and you saw the topics there, they are blank journals, but we've given you the prompts that you can fill in or do with whatever you want. The publishing kit, which you can choose as an upgrade. When you sign up for Journal Creators University, you'll see it says the 50 journals. That is different topics. Maybe I'll go over and find that as well for you, and we can look at that. Those ones are actually, they have the prompts inside them. They are 100-page journals they're like free writing space. They're not workbook style or anything like that, but they have 50 prompts in them related. So let's go back. So this is, if you sign up for Journal Creators University, we are going to go down here and you go add to cart. You'll see this, get the printable journal startup kit. That's what's being asked about. And it's the 50 done for you journals. And it is this. So it is different topics. The 33 templates actually have a kind of more of a wide variety. I think there's hobbies in there. There's holidays in there. These are mostly like self-improvement type areas that they are in, which also are in the other 33, but they're different journals. There is personal development topics. There is health and wellness. There is financial management. There's spirituality and mindfulness and relationship. So if we go down, you can see that the topics here. So these ones are different ones. There is also, when you sign up for this one, there is specific video training on editing these ones as well. So that's included if you do get that upgrade. So you can see the personal development journals, the health and being, the financial management, and relationship journals, and spirituality and mindfulness. And obviously everything is fully editable. If the cover doesn't speak to you, it's fairly easy to create. And the reason we do, like, you'll find that with the templates that are in Journal Creators University and with these ones is that they're based, actually I'll open it again to show you. They're based on a template, right? We want that to be simple so that you can go in and edit any of these. Once you know how to edit this one, you'll know how to edit them all. And then you can build on this too. You say you want to do a journal in a different topic, you can still use that basic template and update it for what you want to do. Oh, thank you, Connie. ADHD adventures. I hope we can finish in the 30 days this time. You can. And don't worry. Also, remember, we'll have those weekly check-in sessions. So say you've been busy all week, show up and just start working. And then if you need some help, like, it's just like you're doing it together, right? You can just use that as your work time because there's not anything that you'll have to listen to during that time. It's just going to be helping out with what people need as well. Okay. And Cindy says, my first challenge was a spring journal. So this is perfect time to do the summer journal and maybe the rest of the bundle. Fantastic. All right. Thank you, Bible Bite. Coding Girl says, I was late getting here. I'm in your community already and have access to it. The CCU and the 7-day challenge publishing kit. Is JCU different or is something I have already? Probably if you are signed up, you have the 7-day challenge publishing kit and Course Creators University. Those are different. This is about journals, also more focused on Canva and design and stuff like that, and selling journals, which will have a different approach. Once you have marketing skills all sorted out and under your belt, you'll know how to adapt that to other ones. But no, it's definitely catered to that. Okay. All right. So Moonrunner, what's your top tip? I think my top tip is just, I would say, is follow the process. Trust the process. Go through it. Following the 30-day challenge, do the things that we said. Then you don't have to think about it as much. And I think, it takes the pressure off yourself too. And we talk about choosing the journal and finding the audience for that. That all will come out through that if you just trust that process of going through it. Does the add-on kit include Canva templates? They are, okay, so yes. So the add-on that I showed you, those 50 journals, they are Canva. If you look at the upgrade of the year's worth of journaling content, that's in a variety of formats. I can show you guys that upgrade option. So in addition, once you have signed up, there is an upsell offer that is a year's worth of journaling for personal growth and creative development content, which is a great thing to add on because it really helps you create content that is going to encourage your customers to journal, to consume your products, right? Your journaling products, because you're teaching them the benefits of journaling. So it's called a year's worth of content. You get it all right away. You can download it. And it has 12 packages. So how you want to publish them is up to you. But there are 12 different journaling topics. I'm just going to help you So we have the amazing benefits of journaling regularly. So there's done for you newsletters, there's a report, there's some coloring pages, there's that is the journal, and some poster graphics and stuff like that, articles and stuff. Yes, articles as well. That's up in the corner. Then month 2 is 5 steps to developing a journaling practice. So you could create a pretty big training out of this, or it could be stuff that you share here and there to try to, because an educated audience is definitely going to be a buying audience. If people think they like journaling, but they're not, really don't do it as a practice, but you're going to educate them on how to do that, that's going to make a big difference. And they're going to be someone that they come back to you for more kind of advice and also to pick up products. Month 3 is work through trauma with a journaling practice. Month 4 is journaling your way to achieve your goals. Month 5 is how to come up with never ending journal ideas. And just as to repeat, because I know everybody's busy or someone might have just arrived too, this is the optional upgrade of a year's worth of journaling content that's going to educate your audience on how to journal. So you will see that after you sign up for Journal Creators University. Month 6 is how to find and plan creative projects through journaling. Month 7 is an author's guide to using a journal to develop your book. Month 8 is the hows and whys of stream of consciousness writing. 9 is how to boost your confidence through journaling. 10 is ideas for using your old journals for personal development. And 11 is letting go and reducing stress and anxiety through journaling. And the final month's content is how to develop a practice of gratitude through journaling. Do you need a paid Canva subscription, or will the free version work? Yes, free version always works, because in order to give you rights to other stuff, we are obligated to use the free elements. We can't make templates that include the pro elements. That's part of the Canva terms. Awesome. Thank you, Shauna. And Gemma, yeah, looking forward to getting started with you too. Yeah. Blend for hour. Connie, my face would be too red and be overheating like crazy. Thank you, Connie. We always appreciate having you here. I think, Code Girl, I think that Connie is just asking for an encore. All right. Okay. But yeah, if there's anything else we can help you with, we're going to wrap it up now. And also, one thing that Yusuf has been exploring a lot more lately too is Facebook ads. So if you guys have questions on those, use the community and we can help you out with that.
I will at some point put together what I do for Facebook ads in order to raise awareness, generate leads, as well as increase sales conversion and lower the cost per purchase. I'm going to work on it. I'll put it together and then I will make it available for whoever is interested. That's basically one of the ways that we've been getting customers. A lot of you probably came through Facebook ads. And if you are one of them, then I would say it's partly my work and obviously it's Alice's work, but I'm mainly in charge of the digital marketing. So if you want to learn certain things of how to build awareness and hype and lead and lower cost per conversion, then show your interest and I'll probably will be more keen to put it together and make it available.
That would be awesome. All right. Thank you very much for coming. I had to let Biscuit out. She had enough of the live stream, but then she decided to come back. You probably heard her tippy tappy coming back. She can't make up her mind what she wants. Okay. We'll see you in the community, and we will also see you on Saturday, March 1st for the live training and the 30-day challenge kickoffs. So have a fabulous day, everyone. And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, everyone.